Okay. It might be a little quiet. I don't know. Hopefully not.
I'm pretty good.
Let's see.
I like your single game of Midswing X rank.
Yeah,
You just
that
played
happened.
one.
Okay.
I think this was a quick game. We literally just played it yesterday.
Leader.
Yeah.
Okay. So I kind of see this as pointless.
Moves the leader.
So my thought process here though is that like when we go to play this left side up in like this sort of fashion, um, what comes first is whoever's like actively like pressuring us, and I think the closest person is the roller like under zone. Um,
Sure.
the leader isn't much of an issue yet. Like I think that there will your team has more stuff to worry about than anything to do with the leader at the point when you're trying to move them. But like moving them is good. I just don't really see a reason to instantly, I guess.
That's fair.
Because remember you're also like the first person to get to mid, um, and like you have good sight lines over basically everything. So you can really just look at who is crossing over. I mean, it's still a fine play. I just think there's more you could be doing instead at that current spot. Okay, your timing's also a little off here. Ideally, you want to be able to help your teammates as they're getting pushed. I think you're maybe a little too focused on this left side too.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, you should definitely try to have a shot up for Loon here a little earlier. Okay. Yeah, so this pack is weak, which is unfortunate because the greats and the sword being there. You can kind of see here though that the sword is like looking to go up.
Yeah.
That was my initial
I
thought.
knew
As
that they
soon as
were
it, like, you can
close.
see the. So.
I was hoping that my team would be closer, and that was probably on me for not realizing how far they were.
I think the only one who can easily contest them is probably Tenor, but Tenor's super focused on something else. And also dies too. So yeah, I mean it gets dealt with, but like your pack means nothing here. For the most part, other than like the one sword death, I guess. It's good that you didn't die in pack at least. Great. Okay, same thing here. That's a very difficult fight. The sword played that bad. So my thinking here though is that you really don't have too much to go off of on this top left side, and I think you need more assistance than you're getting. That's something that should be called out. Like from here, hold on, from like here onwards, you're basically entirely solo. Like once Tenor drops here, you're solo against the Stamper here. And the Stamper just keeps kind of targeting you, making sure you're not doing too much. I mean, you still get stuff done, which is really good. Like this kill right here, you get stuff done. That's great. And then again right here. But like this is in my eyes this is a suboptimal fight for you. Like you shouldn't have to take this fight. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Or even the fight against the sword before that. So, like, even if you do deal with them and like you pack the sword out like that, like that's something to call out. Like we need someone to watch top left on retake. It's something you call out right after you get the kill on the sword, and because it's like a pattern. This is the second time that he's contested you while you're in pack on like the left grate. So there's nothing you can really do about it. So that to make sure your teammates know. Too focused on zone here too, because like look at what the enemy. You've already lost zone at this point. The enemy's just too far up. Like your teammate died in zone. I don't think this is your job to paint. Luna's in a much better spot to just paint. You need to look front. Ideally at the people like contesting left, because now they have space left. They can actually contest you. Even if you are able to drop down here, the left side is still like going to be taken by by everyone. So I think you need to be looking left earlier here. How you would recognize this though is just like the vac comes out, your teammate dies on zone. Like the zone is going to be lost eventually. So we might as well just start pressuring front. Try to get like a pick, right? Because when the enemy's coming in is when they're going to be most like vulnerable, I guess. So you should be trying to look to play with X-Man here. Or whoever's on this left side. Tenor, I guess, too. Yeah. I think there might also be something here with letting them get vac. Although I need to look back.
I'm still shooting at it.
You can see them kind of farming. Okay, and they get it really quickly. This pick on leader's also really good though, but okay, actually I don't think you should be targeting zone at all here. Maybe one tap or two, but I think that everything that's happening more up front is like 3 times more important. Your like big push can come later in the game, but the way you set up that bigger push is by by taking people out like when they're trying to get back momentum, I guess. Because like if they drop here and they get zoned like with no one dying, which is basically what they did. I mean, the leader died, but they're back in very soon. You guys are gonna lose zone. If they are able to get that done, like they're gonna have a strong push going in. You guys are gonna have to play for like a full retake, and that's what you're about to have to do. But if we can pick them, then like even if we lose zone, we're already at 80. Our penalty is not going to be that bad. Like it sets us up better, I think. But the death timing there also is not very helpful for this. So now would be a pretty decent time to move leader, at least so when Tenor starts to come over here. So this is when you should maybe be looking maybe a little earlier for marking the leader. Also because you like in this case you can't do anything. There's nothing that your main weapon can like immediately provide to help with a fight or anything. Like nothing's happening in your view. So what can you do? You can mark the leader. This rotation is good.
I just missed all my shots.
Yeah, I don't like your bottle placements, I guess. Like, okay, so the sword is very focused on Loon here, like extremely focused. They don't give a crap about whatever you're doing. So you got to put the bottles on Loon.
Yeah. Try to put them in the direction of Loon, but they just move faster than I just ran through them. Kind of already passed them. Sorry, my alarm just went off. Yes, phone. I am already awake.
This is surprisingly weak. I don't know. I don't know how we don't get the kill here. I think we should just like I guess just keep going up with the pack. Like get full sight line on them from above instead of the side angle, because even at the side angle they can still kind of hide. But also
Yeah.
the leader, which you see.
Yeah, I got too focused on it. I kind of forgot to be trying to avoid the leader. I was really surprised it didn't die though.
Okay, and then we go in at different times, so that's also part of it.
Yeah.
Your team isn't really extending when you extend there, and then they extend when you die too. Okay, let's see. This map seems to be more of a leader issue, but I want to see it.
I don't remember. I know a couple times I tried to go left and I called for help on left and like nobody turned to help. Which was unfortunate because I thought we were gonna at least retake a little through left side and they all kind of like rotate right or just ignore left islands. I think I get picked there a time or two.
Okay, so I think our playstyle here doesn't really match the enemy team's aggression. So you're playing a ton for this leader. I think these shots are good, but the issue is that your team is struggling with like just what the enemy team is pushing. Like the Carbon just dives, or is that the sword? It's a
I think it's Carbon and Sword.
yeah. Like they just dive with no consequences basically because we want to immediately focus the leader.
Yeah.
Like to me it just seems that okay, we lost the fight. It was a little unexpected. Maybe we had a little too much focus on the leader because we weren't looking right. Wings, it is kind of your job, at least at the start, to see who is rolling out right, because you're the only one taking that position. So
Yeah.
so I think especially here, like we could be a little more aware of what's going on right below us. You saw the Carbon, but I mean, it's if you're focusing the leader, you're probably not going to see something like that.
Yeah.
But like you still had good shots on the leader. It's just that we were not
Wrong target again?
expecting their aggression, I guess, from that side. Let's Trumpo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so a couple things here. Your bottle placements are just a bit off. I think here it looks like you're more trying to hit the actual player rather than use the bottles, I guess.
Yeah, like put them
I'm
where
not
they're
too
trying to
sure,
go.
but yeah, with the Booyah Bomb coming out, like you should just charge up your shot like almost all the way and just launch them all the way back if you can, because that Booyah is gonna force them back. And then second thing here is you do try to overcommit for the kill here.
Yeah. Right side's not clear enough.
Well, yeah, but like you notice, okay, so you take this angle right here, and you don't nothing happens on the right side, right? You're entirely still focused on the player that you missed. Your time to kill them
Yeah. What's
was with
before?
this first shot with the booyah. After that, everything past here is you trying to chase the
Opportunity.
kill because they're weak, but it's not your kill to chase. Um,
Yeah.
the your team is already both doing that and also like needs help in other places. In this scenario here, there's threats on the right side that are much more important for you to be at least aware of, or more aware of than you are right now. And your teammate also goes down to the carbon, which I think was avoidable if we had like calls on there.
Return.
Or yeah, even if you kept playing this angle you were playing, right? I might have to go back a little more. If you kept playing, I gotta go back like to here. If you kept playing here after this first shot, I think you would just have a better angle on what's going on the right as well. I think this angle is fine, but you can't take this you can't take this snipe area and expect right to be perfectly fine as soon as you do it. Like I think this
Yeah.
already is a bit of an overcommitment, but we can justify the overcommitment if it means we get a good angle on what goes on the right, because that's also the only thing that's not being dealt with right at this current moment. Like everything on left is being cleared. You know, I mean, your team is getting pushed back a little, but like for the most part, everything on left is going to be dealt with and is already being like pushed through. What isn't being dealt with is anything happening on the right side. So
Yeah.
that angle needs to be looked at in some way during this push. Well, okay, so like we're in this game. We're in this game, right? Every single time we've approached from right so far, it has not worked out for us. So I think at a point like this where you know the enemy team has just kind of held control, I think we need to try and mix it up, try something else. Also because they're still putting a lot of pressure on right too. So I think we should try something else, move left maybe. Or a different approach to right, maybe drop down right. Especially because water's out now.
That's what I do.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
There's one behind us and it pushes me into the leader sight lines
Yeah,
because they flanked on our plot.
we should go back to this. Yeah, I see. I mean, in a perfect world, this also isn't your fight. Especially if your team knows. I think they can do something about it better than you can
Okay.
anyway. So you should probably be looking front, because when you commit to this, the zone drop, like if you look back like this, you're dead. Especially
Yeah.
especially if
Well, I
there's
think it was
anyone
dead
on the
either way
map.
because I don't think anyone was close enough
Right.
to save me.
Um, but the thing is here though, like I think you're more dead if you look back than if
Yeah,
you look
that's fair.
front. So because the threat does come from front. Maybe you also aren't like considering how close people are to you up front, because it doesn't look like there's many people. But either way, I think it is just slightly more optimal here to look up front than back. For this exact reason. But yeah, you're dropping to play like up on the right side, so just continue to play up on the right side.
It's fair.
Your time to
Yeah,
deal with
that's
the flank was before you dropped, but you guys didn't know about it
Yeah.
at that time, so it's no longer your problem. Okay, we try the left side now. We aren't doing too much here because we're waiting for cooler, okay? I think we need more bottles on left, like behind this pillow, like you did there. More pressure onto where Loon's going right now, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Maybe that can also be achieved by going where your sprinklers place. Like you already kind of have the spot set up, you have the chumps out. We might just want to move up to height.
I'm scared of the carbon. That's why I didn't do that. So I'm kind of being slow and painting, so I wasn't sure if they were around there.
Right. Okay, but
And it is
now
clear.
we take this angle though, and it's not clear.
Yeah.
Now
I
is
thought it
not the
was.
time to be
But
taking
now it's
this.
completely painted again. So
Yeah. I mean, you can only really take this angle anyway on retake when you are 4 up. So you just missed the time to be
That's
taking
fair.
this. Like Loon has it bombed out too. I mean, it makes sense why you want to be careful, I guess. But if you're if you want to be careful, I think you also need to be looking a little more at your teammates at the very least, because what the position above would give you is it would give you better sight lines over both all of zone and loon. And so if you can't get that, you at least need to I think you at least need to compensate a bit by like helping a fight or something else. Like you could be looking more towards loon still, even while not being
Sure.
on top, or looking right here. The zone is.
I don't know. Did I know where the leader was? I don't remember. Because that also maybe is why I didn't poke too far through left side, like I probably would to help Loon. Because leader sightlines are pretty good on the left side. But I don't know that I know where leader is.
Yeah,
moment.
leader is like hiding. But we should also talk about your chumps, right? So your chumps are. I think your chumps are actually really well placed because they cut off the enemy from the left and right. Like they basically create two separate fights on the left and right. And you only really need to win one of these fights for your team to do good. There's a leader.
I don't even see them. Oh, I do now. Yeah.
so like look at where your chumps are placed, right? There's gonna end up being a fight that goes on with Loon on the left, and then there's gonna be something that goes on the right. Like you can see it here, right? We have where Tender's going with ripping, and then Loon is like 1v1ing the zap, and it's all because of your chumps. Your chumps are really well placed, but because after you place your chumps in this spot that splits the enemy team, you look zone.
Oh, come in.
And
Yeah.
the problem with zone here is that okay, you're painting zone, but you just split the enemy team to create like fights, you know, to create stuff, and then you don't look at either of those fights that are going on,
Fair.
and both fights are lost. so
Yeah.
so
My bad.
yeah. And then
I'm
we
not
talked about
quite
this.
used to this kit. I haven't played this kit actually competitively in like a year. So, like, actually learn how to fight with it too and when to fight with it.
I don't think there's anything else for you to do here.
I think those are the only two games we lost against that team.
Oops.
Yeah, the other ones were from that. It's not actually three bows. Jason was playing other stuff, but it was the three of us plus Red.
Yeah, I saw it and I was a little concerned.
You're concerned.
Also concerned for the enemy team though, because I don't know how
Oh
they
yeah,
be
no,
losing against
100%.
3 bows.
We did run two, and then Jason ran kind of whatever. A lot of bubble things, which was good because I like to play Jet Rapid.
Oh my! I just pressed nah.
I hate when it does that.
Isn't one of those players is low level, right? One of the players on like all bows that you were playing with in this replay, or no?
No. Jason's
No,
pretty good. Jason's that's 3,000 XP.
not
Oh,
Jason. The other bow. Who was the other bow?
Ryan?
Oh, it was Hawaiian. Never mind.
Yeah, Ryan's my sub.
I thought you were playing with the one person that plays the weird bow. What is it called? The I don't remember the
Oh,
name. The green one.
the green one, Incline?
No.
The green one. Oh, Wellstring?
Yeah, Wellstring.
Who's the only little in our group? It's probably Ambered.
One of them is
Ooh,
really
I
good
don't
on
know.
Wellstring.
Jason's really good at Wellstring. Sluggy used to be Div 4 on Ziphius
Maybe it's
and played
Sluggy.
Wellstring. But Sluggy plays very backline Wellstring, which is not the best for Oops Double, but we make it work. Sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, we were concerned by Jason's Squiffer pick, but I'm like, alright, I'll let him cook. I know he's thinking something about it.
One sec. Let me see exactly who this is against. Who is that? Oh, Phoenix. Red Spy. Oh my god. I see. Okay. Okay, so again here I noticed we have our camera is not at all angled for anything on the right from here on.
Right, yeah.
It's not as much of a problem here because there's like no paint on their side. You can still kind of see that right is a bit of an issue still. But Jason deals with it anyway, so. Yeah, we get jumps here. Should be looking towards bubble. Okay, that works.
I was about to jet. I could have saved the jumps.
Okay, yeah. Here we should be looking left. Like, I think you should immediately go to left side of zone, almost like where you're playing here, maybe up a little more. Also, what you could do is play once they move out, right? Once all this happens, you could probably play close to where that last chump is on the left, maybe a bit more left. And what that'll do for you is it'll give you a lot more like angles on the people that Hawaiian is pressuring right now, because they're all moving back. I mean, Jason's also front. Like, Jason has just a straight line front. If anyone commits like to holding the left side, they're dead to you if you're there.
Yeah.
Here we're not doing too much because like we do get an angle that pressures part of what I was talking about, but like it's too late because, you know, Jason's back now. Like our extension was complete by the time you came up front here. Nice. I think again we should rotate left. The reason I say that is someone needs to contest the pen. You stay on right here because one, the zone, and then two like I think you see the players on right you want to deal with. I think this is again a moment where there are more important things for you to be trying to look at than what you're looking at right now. So notice how like your team is in the position here to clean up this fight. You also have Red who's jumping in. What you guys don't have is anything on left again from here on. But like as soon as Red jumps to you, like that's perfect time to just move left, and like at least contest this pen, get someone to stop painting the zone, or get them to stop painting the zone.
I'd be like the chair left. Should I be like the snipe and looking left? What would probably be better?
I just think like right to the left of the snipe. Like you can even be on low ground if you want.
Low ground. Okay.
Yeah, but like no matter where you go, the goal is to just contest the pen, because no one's doing that at all, and they're in a dumb spot because like they should be contested in that spot if they drop there like at all times. I guess, you know, the pen shouldn't be able to get there. I guess that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And like look at what this does for them, right? So the pen is here. The pen still like no pushback at all on your guys' team. The first person who initiates here is Red, and by the time that Red initiates, like they have cooler. The pen is even further back. Like the pen has even more angles onto what's going on, and they still have all of left side. So it's a little like you guys basically have to go through another fight here because we didn't contest them on left, or at least a more risky fight, I think. But now at this point, you might as well stay right. Because we also have a bow up on the top left. Oh. Okay.
There's a call hold zone, which is why I probably overcommitted to it.
Okay, so I could tell you before this happens that you're gonna be moved here.
Yeah.
Chumps come out. You have this spot in zone, but like even before the Zuka, I was like, okay, there's no way you're holding this spot for much longer because like the enemy team is just gonna have resources to deal with you. By the time the resources come out, I think you choose a path that is not very good for you. I don't think there's much else to say other than that. Like, It's
I
awkward
feel like had there not
because
been a call to hold zone, I would have backed up or taken a different angle or something, but I listened to the call.
I find this awkward because no matter what, as soon as the Zuka comes out and you move, I don't think there's anything you can do here to hold zone. Like I don't think there's a way that zone is held until KO. It's just like the team is just not in position to do anything about that. Like we would need red on
Yeah.
like far left or pushing up right or something, but we're just not ready. So yeah, okay, we just commit to zone. We shouldn't. Okay, I went a little too far back. I think this left side for you is okay. It's a little odd that both bows are stacking there, though.
Yeah.
I think you can. I think there's enough angles on this map to where we could like have someone be up left, pressuring one spot, and still have someone like still pressuring left, but just from a different angle. Like, I think this map is good enough for something like that. I also noticed that like you and Hawaiian both are like super. Your shots are going in basically the same places
Yeah.
while you're fighting this wiper, and like notice how both of them are just like going behind where the wiper is. I think that's a sign to just like, even if you don't think you're gonna get damage, I think it's a sign for you to just place your shots differently than you normally would, because if your shots are gonna keep being similar like this, like you're both making the shot placements you are because it's what like works best solo, but like together you have the opportunity to trap them in a way. But like Hawaiian's not going to be able to just like to be able to just think about that without like communication. So like I think this is your
Yeah.
time to kind of just place shots in like more unexpected places, or maybe not like what you would consider the most optimal place to be putting them, because the wiper is just moving all over the place. The wiper's stalling you guys, and you guys are like letting it happen because we're both doing the exact same thing with bow here.
That's fair.
No shots
I
are
didn't think
going like
about
in
that.
front of where the wiper's going, or yeah, it's just that it's just like it's basically like you have one player here, but you have two.
Yeah.
And then here we just let them get on the box. Like you just shoot the box ideally if you can. The wall. But the wiper at this point, I think the wiper's already done too much. Even without the kill on you, they did quite a bit with basically stalling the entire left push, because you guys weren't too coordinated with how you were like trying to displace the wiper. There's also some like weird stuff going on the right side. But yeah, the wiper is like you have a, I guess you have a bad matchup on this left side against the wiper anyway, and it's not entirely like your fight to be dealing with. I think red or the squeezer could be helping a lot more on the left side than they are, but I think you can still, like, we have to find a way to win this fight against the wiper no matter what anyway. So the best way to do that is to both take it slow, and then also, or take it slow at least when you have the opportunity to. You had the opportunity to do that before you died the first time. Like here, you had the opportunity to take it slower. But yeah, that's about it. Like this wiper is just kind of terrorizing the bows. This left side.
Oh, it's been an hour. I can get coffee now. It's in the fridge. Funny, back when I asked Avad, I had different replays, which technically still have, but I don't remember what they were from.
Yeah, this will be a good match.
Oh, it was not.
Uh-oh.
I think this was the first or second game, and we just like couldn't retake. This is before I switched to Incline.
Okay. I'm gonna say some wild stuff here. I think the left side is a lot more open to you than you're taking advantage of. So I think you could go maybe not up to the box on left, but you could be playing closer to the pillow. Like red wants to look here, and there's also absolutely no one stopping you from moving forward other than maybe the rapid throwing like torps. So you might as well move forward a bit.
That's fair. I was kind of scared, I think, because I was like, I didn't want to do our usual opening on this map because they're good players. And then I'm technically supposed to be the back line. Because Hawaiian and Jason are more aggro than I am. So I was like, oh, I shouldn't move forward because, you know, that's kind of dumb. I really should just take that spot if they're not going to push it.
Okay. Well, then
And it's low ground,
I
so
just
I
don't
was
really
like,
understand though why like the crab comes out top mid in an area that especially if we have it's just in an area that at least one of our bows should be able to contest, but none of our bows are able to contest this crab. And it doesn't make
Fair.
any sense to me until it's like dead, I guess. Or it's already done its work. So I just don't see.
It makes sense, yeah, move forward to the pillow. You know, like, just low ground, which is an awkward angle, but you can still hit stuff on top mid, so it's not honestly an issue.
Yeah.
That's your wrong bow, unless you're looking at
I
where
know,
Hawaiian
yeah,
was
I was
going.
just, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, this is good.
I stayed too long.
Yeah. I mean, you stayed a little too long here, but I want to look back. Have you ever tried backing up, like, from the left side instead of going all the way back, like this?
On the left side.
Just like staying left instead?
I've tried it a couple times. It's been a while. I usually get, like, pin stitched out or die. I have to jump or die.
I think it's okay, so I think it's a bit different with a double back comp. So I gotta go back even more. When you back up here, most of the time, if you die when you back up like straight behind you, it's because the rest of your team is just dead. Like there's no one to help you. But you both have cooler to jump out, and you also have the jump in on left, and Hawaiian's still alive behind you, right? So I think you both give up this position too early, and then also don't back up quick enough in a way, because like you give up the left entirely, right? And then you play here, and then now we haven't moved back quick enough. We're gonna die. You know, you
Right.
shoot one too many shots. So two different decisions here, but I think you can. I think you should try playing left because Hawaiian is in a position to help you either way.
Does that mean, like, going into pit or, like,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
staying?
yeah,
Like,
in the
just-
pit
Okay. That's what I thought.
for a bit, and like worst comes to worst, you jump out with cooler. Like it's fine.
Yeah, true.
But I think you are risking a lot, and you're both risking a lot and not able to protect this jump because of the way you back up.
That makes sense. I have tenor in my brain going, don't retake from the ship pit.
But yeah, I mean, the thing is, it is bad to retake there, but like you're not in a retake position though. You're in like a
Yeah, it's true.
in like a trying to hold
Or like
on
a
to anything you got
base.
before, so that your retake is
Or
easier
retake.
position.
Yeah,
I guess I don't know.
that makes sense. It's just funny. Tenor's always in my brainworms.
No one's in a position to contest crab. You're both taking the same angle against the crab too.
Huh?
yeah, a couple issues here. So like I said, I think we should continue to look left like you do. I think you moving right here is a mistake. Hawaiian playing upright at this point, at least, when the crab has already shot a couple shots, is also a mistake. And Hawaiian dies for it. But yeah, I think you should be looking left for stuff like this, exactly.
Yeah,
This Viper should never get here. This pack should never have to be popped too, at least in the position it was popped, because you know you have
back.
left held down still. And then red also shouldn't have to be like trying to solo the left side here. Yeah, if we're playing left, because we would still have like pack up. We could maybe pack like eventually around here, but the big thing is that you give up the left spot to go help a spot that maybe would be better. Like it would be good for you to look at if you were the only backline, but because you're not the only backline, we have to make sure that we're constantly we're getting every advantage we can get in terms of like positioning, I guess.
Yeah.
And like Hawaiian already has the right, so we might as well look the left.
Yeah, you look left. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Whoa. What happens here?
This one was strange because Hawaiian was taking a lot of like standard backline positions when he tends to be more aggressive, and I think it's because he wasn't hitting his shots, so he maybe was less confident.
Okay.
If I remember, I think he said that.
Also,
So-
that's probably also a really hard thing to notice in the game. But
Yeah.
I think there's also patterns. Like notice how every time we've like looked at this, right, like Hawaiian isn't able to do anything against the crab. A lot of the time it is because he's maybe a little too far back when
Huh.
the crab is being popped. But like you can definitely see though that Hawaiian is not exactly trying to, or maybe he's trying to, but isn't. The frontline bow isn't working out too well, so
Yeah.
I think you could be kind of maybe substituting in some of those scenarios with
Yeah, I
like
could
different
do that.
blades from different sides.
Yeah.
And started with the one up on the left side, but that one, you know, that one's definitely excusable. And a lot of these are still very excusable. It's just that like it's something you can pick up on.
Yeah. I pick up on it faster.
Again, you guys are the same exact position. It's kind of like
Yeah.
the Mahi game where we're both focusing the Viper in the same way. Like we're basically acting as one player here, again. Maybe a bit more threatening, but still one player.
Yeah.
Packs same time too.
Yeah, that was unintentional. And
Yeah. These
our
packs
recalls like
like
right on top earlier.
I think these packs are as good as they can be. It's just that like because of how we popped our packs, all the enemies are going to be funneling into one single spot to hold from, and there's nothing we can do about it. Like notice how they drop down here. We instantly have no sight lines on the splash. The pen is about to drop down too from Hawaiian, and Hawaiian's not going to be an issue to them. Like they just hold this left side because our packs are used.
On the right.
Yeah, and like at basically the same angle. Not exactly, but basically. Whereas here, like, if there's a little more communication with where we're packing, like you could save the pack here. The one pack comes out, you play with red bottom right or something. You play for this
Yeah.
box,
Over there.
and then you pack to hold if you need.
Yeah, I don't
yeah,
think
I
I
mean-
realized how close Hawaiian was to pack, because we both popped it as we got it, so... it's
Yeah,
like
you
there's-
you pop pack first, but I think there's still like for both of you, there's still opportunities to move it further up than you guys do.
Yeah.
Or like just more aggressively than you guys do. Get better angles than what we have because we only have the same angle here. We're still in a lot of ways just functioning as one player here when we need to separate. Sprinkler up above. Okay, we get it. You eventually do go to this angle. I think it's a lot less impactful here than it would have been before.
Yeah.
You also are still playing this pretty passively though. I guess the way I see it is I think you could be calling for people to play up on like right with you if you're concerned about.
The call was here. I don't think it was correct, but the call that I made was I'm gonna paint right, you guys, get left.
Yeah, because you still haven't capped zone.
Yeah,
But I mean,
I
Hawaiian's
was
looking
just
right.
stalling because they're at 12 so that we can, you know,
Right.
fight. But
Okay. So yeah, I mean, if we don't have zone, I guess that's priority. But there isn't really too much for you to do here, other than just kind of wait for your teammates to paint zone. I mean, you could probably arc some shots over, on the left side, as well, because this pen is not a threat because red is in a crazy position right now.
yeah, that's it.
Crazy, as in like actually just crazy. It's not very good. But yeah, the pen isn't really a threat to you, so you might as well arc some shots over to zone. But I mean, they clearly don't really listen to your call either, though. If the wiper is able to move through left, maybe it was a shark though.
I don't think it was like a good enough call. I think it was on me of like I was like I'll paint right, and I assumed that they would know that meant like focus left, fight left to get left, but I don't think it came across that way. Or I can't remember exactly what I said, but
Okay.
it was kind of short and it didn't have all the context. So that's on me. I think this one we had a good hold, and then we just got completely cut out. I can't remember.
Let's see. I'm definitely interested to see. Oh my god, wait, we're playing 3-bow now. I'm interested to see what angles we take with like the bow comps. So even just
I
with
think this was the
one
first
bow
game.
or 2 bows, I mean. This is the
Yeah,
first game. Okay.
I think so. I can't remember. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Oh no, maybe this wasn't one we had a good hold. I thought our opening was okay. Oh, we just never retook. I don't know. I've
Hold
played
your
so much
horses.
Splatoon lately, all the games are melding.
Hold your horses.
Holding my horses.
Okay, you're gonna have to hear me out here. I think
Okay.
you drop down.
To the
On the
right?
right, yeah. I think you drop down here because the crab is only really a threat to you. To everyone else, it's gonna be shredded basically instantly. And like, you know, during this time where you are getting shot, like obviously it is a really huge threat to you, but you play it in such a way that you really back up for this when I think we could still be holding a lot more space than we are. And because we don't
That's
hold
right.
that space, I think we give up on the crab. Like everyone as a group kind of gives up on the crab.
So drop right and try to help shred.
Yeah, and like keep shredding because no one is right at all here.
Yeah.
Your team also should have left held down better than they do. I mean, with 3 bows, I guess it's a little harder. Red has to win this fight on left, but like your team should have left long enough for you to at least get rid of the crab, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Or help with it. Okay, I don't really agree with all of this either. I think this is, I mean, so I guess, right? I guess if you guys talk about it before you play, like maybe wings, you want to play more backline. So you say, you know, you're gonna just try to anchor more, and like I don't know, maybe Jason is like Jason wants to play front, so Jason's gonna be playing front more. Like that's okay. I still see positions though for you to be doing more up front. So like even regardless of like basic roles, think about it this way, right? You have 3 members of your team who like one of them is definitely going to be trying to play up front more than the others at least, right? But that doesn't mean that
Yeah.
it needs to be so strict with, you know, you only anchoring and your teammates only playing front or something like that, because what ends up happening is you have positions like this that you can capitalize off of, but because we're so focused on our specific like role, they don't get capitalized on. And like the thing is, anyone at any point on your team except for like red can anchor, right? So
Yeah.
so everyone can go back to the anchor roll. It
And
is not very
flex.
often though that people that like your weapon is going to get good opportunities to move forward, right?
Yeah.
So even if we have one player who's super good at taking front angles or something on bow, right? They're not going to be able to always get to those angles or be in the right situations at once. So they're going to have to they won't always be able to play up front at least like perfectly because they're on bow. But like and so what that means is when we see an angle, maybe you didn't see the angle that I'm about to talk about, but when we see an angle like what I'm about to show, we should just take it because anyone else can anchor at any point. So here I think we should be playing for the left side with a really aggressive pack because your first pack here, you have Booyah to clear the right stack, right? Um,
Mhm.
and on the left side you also have a pack going, right? We might as well extend what we have going on the left with another pack. I
Yeah.
think red being down here is going to make this a lot harder, but you like I said, you have someone to anchor for you on this left side too. Anyone who gets close to you is going to be dead. Like because Hawaiian's recalling, right? We have the opportunity to play off left and like chip anyone close to us, and then you know your pack is going to be able to just give more angles there as well. So this, like for example, this blaster is I don't think is going to be a threat for you if you can get into the left position. If they were further back, they'd be much more of a threat, but they're not. This right side is still okay because you're taking space that no one else is taking. Like red is down when red really cannot be down. So this is you know you're doing pretty good here. I just think that you are like the position you're in is not capitalizing enough on where your teammates are in the same way.
Sure.
Like because you try to aggress even more here than you already are by taking up space up front, but like no one is there's nothing that anyone can do to help you with like the literally the 4 people you're looking at or like 3 of them.
Yeah.
So everything you do here in pack like it's solo. It's not gonna be extremely impactful even if you do get like a kill like that kill for example there that like Jason got. It's not gonna be too impactful because at this point now we haven't capitalized on what our teammates were looking at before, I guess.
That makes sense.
So that's just why I think like even I can definitely see here that you are trying to maybe anchor a little more. And it doesn't even have to be in this specific scenario, but anytime you do see a good option front, maybe it's not this one, but something else, you should still take it, even if you know you're like maybe supposed to be the more like backline-y bow. But yeah.
That's something to think about because I think I overthought about me needing to be the anchor because almost every time Upsal Bows plays, I am the midline or aggro. So like, I was like, oh, these are all the aggressive people. I have to like really make sure I'm anchoring. So I think I was just putting too much thought into it.
Right. It's the same thing. It's also the exact same thing with front. Like you are, like I said, you're not going to be able to get a good front position every single time you open up on the map.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm much
someone
better
might.
at flexing into that backline role and like knowing when to back up and stuff when I'm playing front. But I think in the other direction of when I'm playing back, I'm not as used to like, oh, I can still aggro because I don't usually do it with this team at least.
Okay.
But it's good to know and like point out because now I can actually like think about that more instead of just being stuck in the role.
So the enemy is like Jason's kind of doing the same thing you were doing here, where we take the right, but like notice how red isn't there, and because red isn't here, like anything that happens on the right is it basically just gets deleted. Any sort of space we take on the right. The reason also why I wanted us to play off left is because you know you have a ton of angles there. I think that the only way you can get in on right here at this comp is with red alive, and red has not been alive for both times that we've started to push through on the right. Which is why I think left is just the only option for when red is not alive. When red is alive, like that is our time to moving up, both from the left and right. But she hasn't been until now. Okay, I really also don't like you going mid here with pack. You don't really have too many options, but I think it's just because you commit super heavily into this. Your first few shots here should be looking more for the pen. I think that this is just an awkward angle for you though, like awkward timing as well, because like your eventual goal here is like you see that right is mostly secure, like your teammates are there to deal with right. You're going to have to in this position at some point contest the pen or at least look at the pen. And like maybe that is your end goal here with this pack and you kind of know that, but like it's not in a good position to do anything like that. And then, like I said, with the timing too, it's also just awkward timing because like your team already does kind of have this right side down. It's taking them maybe a little longer than you expected though, because like by the time you do want to fight this left side, like no one else is ready, and so you have to go to this side just to live. So actually, okay, I think you going to this right side is the best you can do, but I think the original like purpose for the pack here, which was to clean out right and then shift your focus left, just doesn't work when your team is not at all focusing left with you, and it's because of this pen. If red was further up, like literally anywhere in front of you, basically, except for like the far right side, then this would be like 3 times better than it is. But you just can't do anything here. So I think you playing for this like passive pack at this point is the best thing you can do. Tap. Okay.
That's 2 of my taps.
Yeah. I mean,
they're getting better, but they're still not fully there.
I'm not too sure how we all die, but I think even if you won that, it didn't look over from your perspective, but I think it was still over. Yeah, I mean the wiper is also just like stalling you guys out, like not even just there, but back like around here. But you're definitely right when you said that they just kind of had a very strong hold, and they've had a very strong hold every single time.
And we're feeling like, yeah, we were going down, but like it felt very neutral, but that they had the zone while it was in neutral, and like we couldn't just like give them penalty. Is what this game felt like.
Right. It's gonna be tough because a lot of times you're going to have to play the neutral state because you are 3 bows. So the only way to really stop them is to like heavily lock out, you know, and have your angles like secured and be like really yeah, really just secure with where you're playing. But that you never get into the position to do that. A lot of the reason is because of the wiper. A lot of the reason is also because like red is down when we're pushing, and we don't like compensate for that by like maybe like waiting to at least push the far right. I think left is a better option when red is down, like I said.
Fair. That makes sense.
I guess that's it.
Maybe.
But like yeah, we should definitely just try to focus on how we play our aggression when red is up. Like we can do a lot more with 3 bows when red is up, and we have like something else to help us like spread out our pressure, I guess. But when red isn't up, like we could definitely be looking for angles that to like stack on, where one of us is playing more aggressively, maybe almost taking a position almost like redwood, not maybe a little further back, but almost like redwood, and then the other one of us is like on snipe or something, backlining still, or just more anchor position. But yeah, that's it.
Cool. Thank you. And that was a weird 3 bows or whatever, 2 bows and wackiness. So I was like, hey,
but I mean, hey, you guys won the set. I don't know how you did, but you did it.
Yeah, we did. I also did. I have all the replays, but yeah, it was interesting. I thought we were screwed because Hawaiian was the only person who chose Bluefin, and we were already down 3 games, so it was match point. And like we had to win Bluefin. I'm like, oh, we're so fucked. And then they chose leader, and I was like, oh my god, we're so fucked. And we won somehow. So
you guys have like 4 line markers there or something.
I forget what we played here.
Or well, not 4, but 2, technically being 4.
I think I played Incline at that point, so I think we only had just Hawaiian, because I don't remember what Jason was on, but I don't think it was a marker weapon. And then obviously red wasn't playing a marker weapon. Dog sitting basically on my chest. What are you doing? How are kittens doing? By the way.
They've been kind of like Waypoint, where they have not practiced too much. At least during like the holidays, they weren't practicing very
Holidays.
much.
Yeah.
I think they're getting back into it now, but I haven't been too active there yet. I guess I'm focusing on more stuff with like Chai now, although I haven't done anything else, but I'm more like focused on Chai than like kittens, at least right now, I'd say.
Makes sense. How many VODs have you done with Chai?
Just the one, but like we've been planning a second one, so.
I see.
And then as for kittens, like they both haven't really asked for me, and like their schedule seems to be pretty weird. Like I don't really know what they're doing at any point, so I have to get more like in touch with that, I guess, to find out.
Fair. I think Red said she goes back to school on Tuesday. I don't know when Loom goes back, and then I think Tenor goes back in like 2 weeks. So I might be able to play a little bit before they're all back in class. Hopefully, maybe. More waypoints for them. And then I'm gone the 17th for Don't Flounder. Or whatever the day before, the 16th and 17th.
Alright. Well, yeah, I mean, the only other coaching I plan on doing, at least for this week / maybe like the next half of next week, is whenever I do it with Chai. So gotta figure that out. It was funny because when I went to go finish the first session with Chai, their like mic had like died or something for like a minute, and so I thought it was just like a repeat because like everything went silent.
Oh no!
but it was good.
That's really funny.
Yeah. All right.
Let's try on another team. Pick up slop.
I think
I
just pickups. But they're playing with at least when I voted them, they played with like really good players, like players I wouldn't be able to play with.
Oh really?
Yeah, like I forget exactly who was there, but it was like Apple, the 52 player, and maybe it was Prosper too or something.
Interesting.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'm gonna go.
Thanks, Ian.
Yep, no problem. See ya.
Later.
Oh, and I will also